the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
So don't say nothing.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 21 carries, 128 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now Mariota. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. On 3rd down, Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at about the 14.
We got this.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
50 wants the mic, boy. 51.
On 3rd down, Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sharp. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's go one more.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Got him, man. That's Trent Sherfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Mariota now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. On second down, it's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
First down, Mariota. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sharp. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, this is Adams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple after the 38. On second down now, it's Jones, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. From the gun, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Here's Adams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, and he finds Tyler Croft. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Sharp. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Mariota. Hard throw, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And his kick is good. And thanks to his safety and 2 field goals, this is now an 8-0 game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Stafford on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing, Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mariota now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. On the delay, Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Here's Mariota. It's caught here by Adams. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll go again to Jones.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Adams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 24, Mariota. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down. Throwing is Mariota. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on second down, Stafford, catch made by Fulgham.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go. Let's go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, it's Adams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second and 11 now. Mariota, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Stafford now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Cochran. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. On first down, it's Stafford. This left side caught by Fulgham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stafford looks to throw again. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down inside the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check.
On third down, they go with Adams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So Stafford and the Lions now down by 5, 1:04 on the clock. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now Stafford going underneath. He's got Hawkinson, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's back to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 4th down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Two times. Everyone got 4.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for the Packers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish.